What's going on, guys? It is Steven, your semi-comprehensive guide here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to get notified instantly when the PlayStation 5 is available for pre-order again. So I, like a lot of people, had issues pre-ordering the PlayStation 5 when it was first announced, and Sony did apologize for the mess, and they said that more consoles would be available for pre-order in the coming days and weeks. So I thought I'd make this quick video showing how you can get notified right away when new PlayStation 5s are available for pre-order. Now, there are a few different ways we can stay notified. The first one I'm going to be showing is something you've probably already done, and that is by signing up through email alerts through a website like Amazon. So almost all retailers have some sort of stock alert system, and on Amazon it's really easy. Just search for the product that's out of stock, and there should be a sign up for stock alerts over here on the right side. I've already done it, so there's no option to do it for me, but for you there should be a little button here that allows you to sign up for those email stock alerts. So these are great, but they can be kind of slow because they are through email, and they're only for this one retailer. So I'm only getting notifications when Amazon gets new stock of the PlayStation 5. I don't know if Target or GameStop or Best Buy has more stock. So the best way to stay notified across all of these different retailers is through a site like Zoolert or Stock Informer, and both of these websites work almost the exact same way. So I'm going to start off here with Stock Informer. And from the homepage, we can scroll down to see all the different products we can track through this website. So basically on Stock Informer, they have a bunch of servers that regularly refresh these retailers' web pages, looking for any changes that they can alert you to. So on Stock Informer, we can stay notified for the RTX 30 series, the Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, a bunch of other consoles and games. But for the time being, I'm only going to be focusing on the PlayStation 5. So in here we have a list of all the different retailers that have the PlayStation 5. We have different varieties of the console and different accessories. And then over here on the right you can see if the item is in stock or if it is available for pre-order. So right now none of these retailers have any of the consoles in stock. eBay says that it does have some for pre-order, but these are like scalper pre-orders, so $1,000, $2,000 for the PlayStation 5. Which is unreasonable in my opinion, so I'm not going to pay any attention to the eBay listings, but all of these others are actually legitimate, so we can see that none of these stores have any PlayStation 5s in stock. Now if we go down past all the accessories, we can see there is a stock history tab, so this can sort of help us predict when more PlayStation 5s will be available for pre-order. We can look to see what stores have been restocking, what stores haven't been restocking. So from the current stock history, I can see that Walmart has been just restocking the DualSense controller, nothing really else. And then earlier this morning, GameStop had a PlayStation 5 bundle, and that was only available for about 20 minutes, and then it went out of stock. So this can be helpful. It's more helpful when an item is already out and available. You can sort of see when retailers are restocking items. But for the pre-order, it can be helpful just to let us know what stores are actually restocking or actually giving away pre-orders. So I'm going to head back up here to the top, and we can take a look at the different notifications that we can enable. So this section right here allows us to enable notifications from this specific web page. So we can enable audible alerts for all the consoles and the accessories. I don't want to have any of these enabled, so I'm just going to leave it at the two console varieties. And then below that we can sign up for email notifications as well, so we'll actually get an email when there has been a stock change. So both of these types of notifications only work when the web page is open. So obviously when there is a stock change, you'll get an audible alert if you have this type of alert enabled. And then for email, you'll have an email sent to whatever email you typed into this box right here. So these notifications are just fine, but you have to leave the tab open, and you have to be by your computer in order to actually hear the audible stock alert. So a better type of notification offered by Stock Informer are the actual account notifications. So in order to do that, we're going to have to make a Stock Informer account. It's free. All you need is your email and a password. So it's pretty simple, and it's not too intrusive. So once we have created an account, we can log in and go to our profile. And in here, we have two different types of notifications we can enable. We have email notifications once again, and we have our push notifications. So email notifications are basically the same as we just saw on the web page. So we can enable notifications for the PlayStation 5 by just checking these boxes right here and saving it for our profile. Now the push notifications are a little bit more helpful because these are notifications that will actually pop up on our web browser, or if we're doing this on our phone, we can get a notification through an app like Chrome. So if you want to have notifications enabled through your app or through your web browser, be sure to head up here to this little lock icon down to site settings, and just be sure that notifications are allowed, not blocked or asked for. So allowed. From there we can just exit out of this, and now we can check off all the different consoles and accessories we want to receive notifications for. So I don't want any of these accessories, I just want the 2 consoles. That looks good. And right below that we can select what type of notification we want to receive from Stock Informer. So we can either receive full alerts, which are basically when the server scans for a change in the retail website, it will send out an alert right away. So this type of alert is great if you want to receive something right away when there has been a change, but there can be a lot of false positives and you'll receive a lot of notifications that aren't actually real stock updates. The second type of notification you can receive is a moderated alert, which means that a person has actually physically seen that there are more units available on a retailer's website for pre-order, and then they send out the notifications. So I usually like this type better because I don't get a ton of notifications on my phone, but if you want to know right away, then full alerts will be the best option for you. So moderated is fine for me, and I'm going to save that. And there are a few more options down here. We can have Discord alerts if we join their Discord server, and we can select some settings like excluding stores for notifications and a few other preferences, but I usually don't bother with any of those because the push notifications are just fine for me. So pretty simple over here on Stock Informer. Over on Zoolert, it's almost the exact same process. So once again, we have a home screen here. We can track multiple items if we want, but for now I'm just going to focus on the PlayStation 5. We have a very similar screen here. We have a list of all the different retailers, all the different console varieties, and we can see whether it is sold out or available for pre-order. Once again, I'm going to ignore this eBay thing down here because that's just a scalper pre-order. Below all the console varieties, we have once again an order history. So according to Zoolert, there have been more PlayStation 5s available at Target, and that's something I forgot to mention on Stock Informer for some reason. Target is not listed over there, so if you want to get notified for Target as well, be sure to sign up for Zoolert alerts as well. So they say that Target has been restocking the PlayStation 5 the past few days, but if I go down here to the comments, then there are people saying that Target is not actually true, and they're out of stock just like everyone else. So that's something you do have to keep in mind with both of these websites, is that you will receive a lot of false positives. These servers and these bots are not perfect. They can sometimes run across changes to a website that are not related to the pre-orders. So some of these are not correct. So if we head back up here, we can see we can once again enable alerts just directly through the web page. So we can turn on audible sounds like a bird chirping, lion roaring, rooster crowing, all that stuff. We want to have that enabled. And then we can also set alerts for the PlayStation 5 via our email, our phone number, and their own Discord server. So I personally don't use the Discord server, and you can use your phone number. I personally don't like using my phone number on sites like these, but they're not the shadiest websites you can use, so I don't think it's too dangerous. But what I use mainly is the email alerts, so I'm going to click onto that. And we can see a list of all the different console varieties here, so I don't care about the bundles from GameStop, I just want the standalone consoles. So you can see I have all of those checked here. If it's a minus sign, that means you have it checked and you are getting notifications. If it's a plus sign, that means you can enable notifications for it. So I don't have any, like I said, enabled for GameStop. I do have them all enabled for these standalone consoles. So if you had your phone number attached to your account, you would also see plus and minus signs for the phone column, but I don't, so I just have this email section right here. So Zoolert and Stock Informer each have their own advantages. Zoolert, you can get direct phone messages, which can sometimes be faster and will get your attention more because it's on your phone. And Stock Informer is nice because you can just enable regular notifications through the web browser. So both of these are nice features to have. But if you'd like to have more notifications enabled, if you'd like to sort of do the website tracking yourself and not go through this middleman, you can use a direct website tracker like Distilio. So this is a Chrome extension you can install on your Chrome web browser. And Distilio basically works the same way as Stock Informer and Zoolert do. They basically scan retailers' websites and look for any changes, and they will send you a notification when there has been a change. So like I said, it is a Chrome extension, so you are going to have to install it onto your Chrome browser, which I have already done. So for example here, I'm just going to go back to Amazon, and we can go to our Chrome extensions window here. I'm going to open up Distilio. And we can either monitor the whole page, which would be a really dumb idea because we get notifications every 5 seconds from all the random updates that this website does, or we can monitor a select part of the page, which is what I'm going to do. So from here we can just select any part of the page we want to monitor. So I just want this box right here because that will most likely change when there are pre-orders available. I can select specific like text strings, so like this right here I can scan, or this. Or I could do this currently unavailable, which will most likely change to pre-order when there are pre-orders available. But for me, I'm just going to scan this whole box right here. This is most likely to change when there are pre-orders, so I'm going to click onto that. And right down here just has the type of code we're using and a bunch of other stuff that we're not going to worry about. Just focus on the Save Selections button right here. So once you have that box outlined around wherever you want to scan, just select Save Selections, and it'll take us to this web page right here where we can set some options for this scan. So by default, I think it's about 3 hours, which would be way too long for something like this. So I'm just going to set it all the way down to every 5 seconds. We can change what happens when there has been a change. So we can have a pop-up notification on our monitor here. We can have a little sound like a bell dinging or a ding dong or a buzzer or whatever. So ding dong's fine for me. And if we create an account with Distilio, we can also get email alerts, but I'm not going to do that just because I have email alerts set up for every single other website I showed in today's video. So yeah, it's basically just setting the interval down as low as possible and setting what type of notification we would like to receive once there has been a change. So this is just fine for me. The interval is as low as I can get it. Sound is fine, so I'm just going to save this. And you'll see I already have a few already set up. So this is checking right now, it is on, and it is using it through this monitor right now. So you'll notice every now and then a web page on this far left side will pop up, a little mini web page, and that is right there. So that means that Distilio is scanning it right now for any changes. So we can just leave this open. If you want to open a separate Chrome window just for this, you can have that running in the background. Of course, you can add more tabs depending on how good your computer is. You can have 50 tabs running for all the different PlayStation varieties and different retailers that are pre-ordering PlayStation. So you can have a whole separate computer running this if you want to, but for now, I'm fine with just Amazon scanning, and I have a Best Buy one down here too. So I can just enable that, and it'll scan both of those sites over here in the left corner every 5 seconds, which should be fast enough for me to be alerted to there being a restock. So yeah, that's about all I can do as far as notifying myself. There are a few other sites like Distilio and even like Stock Informer and Zoolert, so if you have your own that you personally use, leave it down in the comments and I'll be sure to check it out, maybe make a video on that. But these are the main 3 that I use to stay alert and stay notified, so hopefully I'll know exactly when the PlayStation 5 is back in stock. So hopefully these helped you out. I wish you best of luck in scanning and getting notified. Hopefully you'll be able to get the PlayStation 5 before Christmas, before they completely sell out. So good luck, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what other types of tutorials you'd like to see in the future. And other than that, I've been Steven, your semi-comprehensive guide. Be sure to have a wonderful rest of your day.